Mei exposes the truth about why Yulong. The dark story behind it leaves everyone stunned. What if everything you thought you knew about Yulong was a lie? What if the calm, polished public persona, the charming interviews, and the carefully curated social media presence were only the surface of a story far darker than anyone imagined? Hold on tight, C-Drama family. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. This is the revelation that has shaken the entertainment world to its core. Mei Mei, a figure long respected for her candid insights and fearless interviews, has gone on record to expose the truth behind Yulong. And what she revealed is not just shocking, it is unprecedented. It began with a simple question in her livestream. Her tone was calm, deliberate, but her eyes betrayed the gravity of what she was about to say. "People think they know Yulong," she said. "They see the smiling public face. They see the awards, the fame, the fans. But what they don't see is what happens when the cameras go off. What happens when no one is looking. The truth is darker than anyone realizes." And then she revealed it. According to Mei Mei, Yulong's recent breakdown, captured in that dimly lit video that had gone viral, was not an isolated incident. It was part of a much larger pattern. A hidden reality behind the glittering facade of celebrity life. Yulong has been under immense pressure, she explained. Not just professional. Not just social. But personal. There are forces at play in his life, powerful, relentless, and unforgiving, that have left him in constant fear. And the world has no idea. The internet erupted instantly. Fans demanded answers. Media outlets scrambled for context. And social media, once a place of gossip and speculation, became a theater of shock and disbelief. But Mei Mei was just getting started. She went on to describe incidents that had never been made public before, long hours on set with little rest, coupled with management decisions that prioritized profit over his well-being. Conflicts with powerful figures behind the scenes who allegedly monitored his every move. And, most chillingly, instances of threats, both overt and subtle, that left Yulong feeling trapped, isolated, and unsafe. "It is one thing to have fame," she said, voice steady, almost clinical. "It is another to live under constant scrutiny while knowing someone could, at any moment, manipulate your life, your career, even your safety." That is what Yulong has endured. And that is why he broke down in that room. As she spoke, clips and images began circulating online, piecing together a picture of a man who was pushed to the edge over years of hidden torment. Fans watched in stunned silence as the details painted a narrative far removed from the one they had imagined. Mei Mei also revealed the psychological toll. Insiders confirmed that Yulong had been struggling with anxiety and fear for months, feeling watched, controlled, and manipulated. The dimly lit video, the trembling, the whispered confessions, all were cries for help, documented in secrecy, until it finally surfaced. "This is not about gossip," Mei Mei insisted. "This is about truth. And it is a truth that should have been known. People need to understand that behind every celebrity, there is a human being. And sometimes, that human being is quietly suffering in ways no one can see." She also hinted at deeper revelations yet to come, suggesting that there were documents, messages, and evidence pointing to a network of control and intimidation that affected not only Yulong but others in the industry as well. Fans began to connect dots. Past incidents, unexplained withdrawals, sudden breaks from public appearances, they all fit into the pattern Mei Mei outlined. It was a timeline of fear and survival, hidden in plain sight. The most shocking part, she said, was Yulong's resilience. Despite the fear, despite the threats, despite the emotional and psychological burden, he continued to work, to perform, and to maintain a public face that hid the storm raging beneath. And now, thanks to Mei Mei's revelation, the world could finally glimpse the truth, that the breakdown in the dim room was not weakness. It was survival. It was humanity. It was the first honest moment in a life that had been meticulously managed and monitored for far too long. As she concluded, young Mei Mei issued a final, chilling statement: "This is just the beginning. The world thinks this story is over. It is not. There are more truths to be revealed. And when they come to light, no one will be able to look at you long, or this industry, the same way again." The revelation left fans, insiders, and the public stunned. Comments poured in, debates raged, and the story dominated headlines for days. But more than anything, it changed the conversation. No longer was Yu Long merely a celebrity. He became a symbol of something far deeper: the hidden struggles of fame, the unseen forces of power, and the terrifying reality that even the most polished image can conceal a life shadowed by fear. The world was left asking one question: if this was the truth behind Yu Long, what else was being hidden? And the answer, young Mei Mei implied, was far more sinister than anyone could imagine. After young Mei Mei's explosive revelation, the world was left reeling. Fans, media, and even colleagues had begun to piece together fragments of a story that had remained buried for years. But what no one had yet understood was the scale of what Yu Long had been facing. According to insiders, the fear that drove him to record that dimly lit video was not random. It was deliberate. It was orchestrated. And it came from the very system that was supposed to support him. Industry insiders, speaking on condition of anonymity, revealed that Yu Long had long been caught in a web of manipulation. Management decisions, public appearances, and even personal interactions had been tightly controlled. Contracts were reportedly used as leverage. People who should have been allies became monitors. And threats, subtle, persistent, psychological, were used to keep him compliant, isolated, and fearful. He wasn't just stressed, one source said. He was being watched. Every move, every choice, even who he could trust. He knew it, and it broke him inside. The video in the dim room was the culmination of years of pressure. The trembling hands. The whispered confessions. The quiet, raw panic. It was a cry that could no longer be silenced. But the story didn't stop there. Young Mei Mei revealed that there were even more shocking layers: a network of individuals within the industry who allegedly orchestrated situations designed to destabilize him. Rivalries disguised as chance encounters. Public scandals manufactured to test his limits. And personal attacks disguised as professional advice. What he faced, she said, voice steady, was more than fame. It was an invisible force designed to control him. And it almost succeeded. The revelation sent shockwaves through the industry. Colleagues who had worked closely with Yu Long began speaking off the record. They described a man who had smiled for the cameras while hiding deep trauma, someone who had learned to navigate threats with careful, calculated caution. Every meeting, every interview, every handshake had been measured. Every word had been monitored. Fans and commentators began connecting the dots with events from the past: sudden hiatuses, cancelled projects, unexplained withdrawals from public appearances. It all fit into a chilling pattern: a life under surveillance, a career under threat, a personal freedom restricted. But amid the fear, there was resilience. Those closest to him revealed that even in the darkest moments, Yu Long had fought to maintain control over his craft, his reputation, and his truth. He recorded the video not out of defeat, but as a testament to his survival, a declaration that, despite everything, he would not be completely silenced. Young Mei Mei hinted at documents, recordings, and messages that corroborated her claims. She suggested that investigations were underway, that more truths would surface, and that the industry might never recover from the exposure of these hidden forces. The world sees fame as glamour, she said. They see red carpets and awards. But behind that is a system that can crush, manipulate, and terrorize. Yu Long lived it. And now the world knows it. Public reaction was immediate. Discussions flooded forums, news outlets scrambled to report updates, and fans began calling for accountability. The video, once a private moment of fear, had become a symbol, a warning that no one in the industry was untouchable, and that appearances could be deadly deceptive. But questions remained. Who were the people orchestrating this behind the scenes? How long had it been going on? And would Yu Long ever be able to reclaim his life, free from fear, free from manipulation, free to live honestly and safely?